So I have been reading a book by on Adi Shankracharya by this professor by this diplomat Pavan Verma. After reading first few chapters of the book, I came to the analysis. This the book I was looking for Adi Shankracharya as a philosopher. Being an academician, I want straight things first. Straight things first means without going into the details, I would have wanted to come straight what that philosopher of 18th century, people are somehow not clear whether he was before that, but reliable estimates say it was in 8th century. I want you to know what he was saying directly to his philosophy. But be as it may be, Pawan K. Verma, he has his own style of meandering through the life history of this philosopher or thinker or an ascetic or travelogue who has moved east, west, north, south, all corners of India. India not in the geographical sense as well as spiritual sense, but not in the administrative sense, which some says in a particular sentence. So the four peaks or Ashwadhams which he is talking about, like Kedarnath, he has come to Srinagar, Shankracharya, he has gone to Vishwanath, he has gone to Banaras. And his particular debate, the debate which he has with a Pandit, the story is very interesting. The story says that there is a verbal dialogue, and it is according to the author, it might have been presided in what is called as in the yesterdays of Benares, in what is called as Shastrarth. If you have an argument, you go and win it. And there is a debate which goes on for days, hours, months, or till the other opponent of you is either converted or you convert to him. So whoever converts to some superior philosophy, he has to obey and accept the philosophy whom he has been defeated or converted, whatever you may want to say. So before he is going to say about the story, direct what what Shankracharya was saying, he is this book is laced with some very interesting anecdotes of how the journey of Pawan K. Verma is in the process of discovering this guy, this not guy, this saint, philosopher, Shankracharya. So the interesting journey takes him to various mutts, to peats, to professors. Like in a particular case of Banaras Hindu University, where he has met a professor of geography, professor of Sanskrit, and there are some very interlaced stories, personal reminiscences, personal experiences, with a motive to know something about Shankracharya. So before that's the residual part of it. If you are interested, you can go through it. But to begin with, his first encounter of what he starts the story with, that Shankracharya was born in a village, and he was a very gifted child, very exceptional child to the point that he could remember Sanskrit verses, lores, texts verbatim. Once he listened to something, it was memorized in his mind. And due to his exceptional qualities, people did recognize at an early age he was an exceptional child. But what happens to exceptional people is people normally get attracted, and with exceptional people, if you have a talent, you can satisfy whatever needs are. But it's unusual that even if you have God or nature has given you exceptional talents, you can be simultaneously aesthetic also. You have aesthetic qualities also. You want to for reach to the ultimates of truth in Brahman and Atman, whatever that may be in that times. In our times, the search for truth is there, but it may take different forms, whether in modern mathematics, theoretical physics, philosophy. But in those times, what that search for truth meant was trying to go for a seer or a master in whose company you have to be disciplistic, so that you can reach a stage, a journey, and for that you have to leave the sansaric life, the worldly life. But here there was a paradox for Shankracharya. Since his mother, the father had died at a very early age, and his mother did not want his only son to get away from him. So, how could he just simultaneously quench his thirst for knowledge or truth and become ascetic, but simultaneously not hurting the attachment of her mother? This was a strange paradox. But according to the author, the story goes that Shankracharya has said the true or whatever that folklore is. Shankracharya once was in a water, and there was a crocodile, and crocodile somehow took he had a hold of his leg. Now the Shankracharya says to her mother, "Oh mother, let me be ascetic. If you don't allow me, this crocodile will take away. You will not find me." The mother listens to his voice or whatever thing. She hesitates first. If I'll just say to, but he will leave. But then simultaneously she has a motherly feeling that if I will not say, the crocodile will take him. And in the moment she said, "Okay, I have allowed you to go to your ascetic journey." And Shankracharya is retrieved. After his retrieval, he promises mother. But the mother says, "But you will go. But when I will die, who will lit fire at my funeral pyre?" Shankracharya says, Mother, I will listen to you whenever you will ask me. This is my word." And somehow he bids farewell to his son, and son goes. So according to author, he goes to all dhams, the four dhams, the Kedarnath, the Kashi Vishwanath. In Kashmir, he goes to. So he has debate and dialogue with various Pandits, scholars of his own times. So one interesting dialogue he has is with Badrinath in Banaras, and he goes him and he has a dialogue for 17-18 days, and a lot of people listen to it. At the end, but before the dialogue, one interesting episode is that Badrinath says that in the in the verbal duel, in the contestation between these two, who will be the umpire? Interestingly, Shankracharya says that your wife can be it is the umpire. But after 18 days, somehow he wins the duel. But the wife of Badrinath says that since I'm wife of this guy, you cannot, so I'm his, till you do not also defeat me, so you cannot take him. So she again contests Shankracharya for a verbal duel. Shankracharya accepts the challenge. The story now goes like that. She asks him about something about the kernel self, calm kernel self. But Shankracharya says, okay, I'll answer your questions, but I need 1 month or so, some time. Because he himself had been an ascetic, he was not knowing the worldly pleasures of a married person. So, how could he have answered her question? So, he asked her, give me 1 month or 20 days or a month. So, the story goes that when he goes, so he goes, when he walks, there is a prince who has died. A lot of people are carrying his dead body. Somehow, what he does, he takes his body to a cave, and in that cave, his soul gets out, and he takes the king's soul or prince's soul into his body, which is in cave, and somehow he's alive. And he then goes to the palace. So he now enjoys a normal life. He enjoys the carnal self, the karmic self, sensual self, and now he experiences what that sort of life is. So, but he has that particular day of 30 days. So he's so much engrossed in, he somehow forgets, I have to come, I have to answer the question of that lady. But somehow he remembers, oh, I have to go back, and he then goes, and till the soldiers of that prince, they recognize his body is left in that cave. He comes back, and then goes, he goes and goes to that body and explains the, and now she is in a position to answer the wife of that person. So somehow he convinces her. So both of them are disciples of Shankracharya. This is his first dialogue. He has also come to Kashmir. Here also he discusses with a lot of Brahmins, Pandits. According to this guy, there are not Shaivists nowadays in Kashmir. There was one Shamaju who was scholar of Sanskrit. They may not be existing nowadays. So this is a first debate. I'll stop here. Fine. So I'll continue next.